Hey, hello. It's fall. I can't believe it. It's starting to get a little bit cooler outside, and we thought we'd put together a quick video. I'll try to go as quickly as possible about what's coming up for the rest of the semester. This will get us just a little bit past December. So buckle up. Here we go. October. Hey, we just wanted to know how much you guys enjoyed Connections. We're really pretty proud of it and gotten some really great feedback. So thank you so much. We are going to make this monthly. And so we're already working on November and beyond. So we do want to remind you that that little share icon there has gotten this edition of Connections to go to 4 countries with Argentina and Canada and Mexico and United States. So please send that to everybody that you know. When we did our first little publication about the event, it magically spread around the world. And so 17 countries had an opportunity to hear how amazing the event was. So we would just love a little bit of Pines all over the world. So let's see what we can do to pump those numbers up around places. Coming home to your home will be this catalog, and every purchase that you make goes right back into Pine. So a couple of things. The deadline for that is October 21st. When we purchase together, the bulk ability of us to purchase together means that you guys are going to get that with no shipping and handling. All of the products will come here to Pines. Show that catalog to your children. So many of the beautiful things that you love in our classrooms are in that catalog. And then a percentage of all of your sales and ours, because we buy stuff too, will then be able to help us purchase things for the classrooms. And so we're really grateful. So that's coming home, and that's kind of cool. All right, also kind of cool. Come see me work. And so there's 2 days that that takes place. This happens after school, as you recall. You come into the classroom, and that's where the teacher has collaborated with your student to have some work that they are going to give you a lesson on. We call it Come See Me Work Day, but I really think it's called Hey, You're Doing It Wrong, Mom and Dad, because your children get to teach you. Now, in order for us to kind of manage that everybody has all this space that we need in the classroom, you're going to go to the app and you're just going to reserve one day or the other. There's no childcare involved because you're taking your child into their classroom. But just this is a way that we can kind of have a beat half of the people coming on each day because it takes up a lot of classroom space to pull this off. So if you are in extended care, always remember that your work will be in the classroom waiting for you. So you come at 5:30 at night, scoop your child up from childcare and from extended care, and then walk them into their classroom. Their work is ready for them, and your student knows how to show that to you. All right, the parade. Um, for many of you, you have done this for many, many years, and so it's not all that different. Just remember again, it's 8:45 a.m. Okay, my inside knowledge for you is to arrive, park your car, and just stay. Just stay. If you leave to go get a coffee at Starbucks, you're going to miss it. It is a blink. It is beautiful, but it goes by fast, and I just don't want you to be disappointed. Again, you're going to park everywhere that you can safely. So be mindful of people's driveways, be mindful of mailboxes, be mindful of not parking too close to the stop sign, but park on the street and then make your way to the parade. So this looks really complicated, but buckle down. It's going to be fine. So October 25th, it's a Friday. Looks like this. This is why you're coming. You're coming to see all of these students that are going to be representing the countries that they're going to do their fall semester studies on that will culminate with the Winter Cultural Festival in December, but we'll get there. We're still in October. So that's what it's going to look like. And here is one of my world famous maps. So it goes like this. Again, 8:45. We're going to have several different viewing areas. This slightly differs from what we've done in the past, but you can still stand right behind me on the sidewalk in front of the office. So that's one place to stand. We are going to use the front driveway this year to create a path that the students can come through. So you can put your back to the building and stand again with your back to the street, creating kind of a channel for the children to come through. And you're also welcome to stand on the sidewalk that goes from class 1 all the way back to class 6. We're not going to use any other sidewalks for viewing this year. So that's where we're going to be. And then we're going to continue to partner. So class 1 and class 4, 2 and 5 and 3 and 6. And then half of infants goes with one part of lower, half the infants go with the other half of lower. The other thing to keep in mind is if you have an infant or a toddler, they only do their route once. So get in a place where you see them, they're not going to come around a second time. Once is enough for them. But if the other classes go twice. So here we go. They're going to come out of class 1 and they're going to walk right behind me. And they're going to keep walking until they get kind of toward the kitchen. And right around that time, all the toddlers and primary are out. Now elementary is going to start coming through the Peace Garden gates, and they're going to be the end of it. Then we're going to go through that little channel that you've all created for us. Then they're going to go up and back toward class 6. That's where you guys stop. They're then going to come around and come around and come around and do their loop again. When the toddlers pass by their toddler classroom, they're going to peel off and go inside, and they're going to watch the parade from their window. When infants get to their classroom, they're going to peel off. So that's what I mean by they only go by once and everybody else goes by twice. So you'll see them one last time. And the teachers want you to know that they will take class photos. And we generally do that before the parade, before the sweating and the costumes that start to fall apart mid parade. So don't worry about that, but you're most welcome to take photos as they go by. We just will take the group photos on our own. Okay, that's exciting. This is also exciting. Through your generosity and some funding through the government, through title money, we're able to send 2 teachers and myself to the International Montessori Council's conference, which is in Atlanta, Georgia this year. And so Miss Ashley's on the left and Miss Gabby is on the right. If you haven't heard, we're celebrating them because they are beginning also this month to start their Montessori training. So Miss Ashley will be an infant toddler trained teacher in about 18 months, as will Miss Gabby. She'll be a primary trained teacher. And so we're very happy to support them in their training, and the monies that you guys raise for us in the event go to pay for all that training. So thank you. So that's happening. All right, we're into November. The International Montessori Council is coming. So we're going to have 4 on-site validators at our school from Sunday through Wednesday. So be listening for opportunities for you guys to come and help us with that. This has been in the works for really a good 18 months or so. So these are all the things that we have successfully done. We've uploaded gobs of information to a Google Drive, and now it's time for them to come and see if it's all real. Then they'll give us an exit report, and then they'll take that to the International Montessori Council for a final vote, and then we'll know sometime in the spring if we keep our accreditation with them. But it's been an amazing process. So what to expect is that they will be in the classrooms doing classroom observations. They're going to be talking to the teachers. They're going to be talking to the staff. They're going to be talking to the older students, and they're going to be talking to you, and they'll be talking to trustees, and there'll be receptions and all sorts of stuff. So just be listening for that. And if that's something you're interested in participating in, let me know, or I'm just going to put it out there and see who wants to come. All righty. Miss Jennifer wants everyone to know about infant connections. There's 2 more before the semester's over. So if you have a currently enrolled infant, you have an infant at home, you know someone in the community who would like to come, this is our free program. It's from 5 to 6, and you bring your infant with you. So this is the one for November. Do you remember the groundbreaking that we had? Here's some of the pictures of the students doing their own version of this, but it is official. We now have and paid for our final permit. This is the permit that enables us to get started. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. But I just thought it was quite fun that the city of Houston misspelled the word educational on our permit. Um, Gotta love the city of Houston. So that's permitting. So we'll get into that in just right here. Let's just get into it. All right. So here's our backyard. Again, one of my awesome illustrations. So this arrow points toward the toddler playground. That's the big open field that's over there. That's the primary equipment of representation of the elementary. And there's the treetop loft. All right, so now you know where you are. This is how we're going to have to carve out the playground for the next 18 months or so that enables us to build the building. So 100% we can use the toddler playground. That is fine. And we're going to be able to use most of the primary playground. And then this is the treetop loft. So we'll talk about that in a second. So again, toddlers over here. Primary, this is going to be the oldest piece of equipment that we own. That's lovely, the slide and the little bridge that they're on. And then the swings that are there, the gazebo is in this green splotch. So all of that is great. Treetop loft, we're going to have access to in order for the students to get to that treetop loft. And surrounding all of these pieces is going to be a very tall construction fence. So for the middle school and elementary students going to the treetop loft, they're going to be walking down like an alleyway that we've created for them to get to that so that they're not in the construction zone. So talking about the construction zone, this is the backyard construction zone. And everyone is so grateful that we have this property to afford the construction folks to do a lot of things. One, this is where the trucks will come in and out of the backyard. So we're going to rework that black gate to the big field so that it can have a truck to go through it. Then they'll be able to U-turn and come back out. Does that make sense? So if they're dropping off equipment, they'll go in our driveway, go into the backyard, and then leave. When they need to get their truck closer to the build, they'll drive behind the swings. So then that'll all have a fence and it'll all be perfectly fine. And then they can make their way to the build. And so they're going to be putting trucks over there. Also, they're going to have this giant cement truck that has to angle all the way over to feed cement over there. So that's going to happen back by the kitchen, and there's room for that. The other thing that our backyard is going to offer to construction is a place for the workers to park their own cars, which is really tremendous, which will keep these cars off of Cedar Knolls. So we're trying really hard to do as much as possible. So we're really grateful that we have enough backyard to share between the children and construction. The trucks will only be active in and out between 9 and 2. So please arrive to school on time, and then we'll try to get any traffic of trucks out of the way by 2 o'clock, and they will not return for the rest of the day. And then they'll come back. Now, we still could be building, but we're not going to be cluttering up the driveway in any way. All right. So we're going to have to rethink the backyard for a couple of things that we depend on it for. So the play in the park for October, 100% going to happen, but November, December on, we're just going to have to rethink it. And it's just rethinking. It's still going to happen, but we don't know how much of that backyard is going to feel like if the whole school is out there with parents. So it's going to happen. We're going to rethink it. Thanksgiving, just going to have to rethink it once the construction starts. We'll figure out what that looks like. Winter Cultural Festival, 100% going to happen. Just going to have to rethink some of it. The things that we think we're going to have to postpone would be the snowball run. and we're going to talk about her in a little bit. But the snowball run and the fall running clubs, we just will not have the space in the backyard to run those. Backyard family reservations, when you would call and say, hey, could I have the backyard for my child's birthday party? We're going to, at this moment, probably have to postpone those. And then having the backyard open to the community, we're going to put a sign on there as well telling them what's happening, a QR code that gets them to a website so they can see the updates. But we also do not want the community in our backyard during the build. So if you talk to anybody, you could let them know that. But the message is it's going to be worth it. So although we're a little bit sad, we know that something really beautiful is coming our way, like Thanksgiving feast. This is on track to come. Miss Loopy's already called Humble City Cafe. We're sourcing all the turkeys and all the sides. In order for you to reserve your spot, then you'll go on the app and you'll look for this, and then you'll order your food for your family. And so much more information coming on that, but that is happening. Oh, we made it to December. Okay, so let's breathe. We're going to pause on the snowball run because there's no room to run, and we'll do pancakes another day. But we really do need to think about why the snowball run was really important to us and what we need to help fix. So, when construction is over in about 18 months, our backyard is going to look like a monster truck rally. We're going to have all sorts of trucks in and out, all sorts of equipment and what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, beams and construction material laying on our grass. So our grass is all going to be trash by the time this is over. What we want to do in this next 18 months while the building is being built and there's not a lot for us to do in that department anymore is to start talking about the backyard and what can we have conceptualized and planned so that the minute that those trucks drive away, we can fix the backyard. So the snowball run proceeds have always gone to the backyard. 100% of that went to the backyard. And so, but when we really think about the snowball run, it never really was about snowballs, although that was fun. It never really was about the run because that happened quite quick. And it wasn't really about the pancakes, although they were delicious. What the snowball run was really always about was building community and the backyard. So we want to kind of create a moment that is about the community and is about the backyard. And then we can get back to running whenever the backyard is available to us. So what we really want to do is create these pathways in the backyard. So a better conceptual drawing, obviously not one I made, but a landscape architect has been working with us to conceptualize these kind of play pockets in our backyard. And what we would like to do in lieu of raising the money through the um, through the snowball run is to invite families and community members and people who love us, past, present, and future, to purchase so many perhaps feet of the pathways that would be in the backyard when this is done, and use that money to resculpt the backyard and to create this walkway system that will make our backyard more accessible. So it would look like this, plus or minus. We need for it to be able to accept rainwater. Our backyard is 100% in a floodplain, so we cannot concrete in the backyard. We have to put something that water can go through. So it would look something like this. And so this funding, along with other funding, will resculpt the backyard, create accessibility. And you guys know this. We cannot get the infant stroller back there. It cannot handle wheelchairs or walkers, and it's just kind of not safe. We want to create those play pockets, and we want to embrace nature. And so we are looking at all of that. But a couple people have asked about new playground equipment. That is also on the books. It's just the backyard Every pocket costs about $100,000. So at this moment, we're looking at just getting the infrastructure put in place, and then we can go after the big things. I'll also let you know that I am in the business right now of writing a lot of grants. And so if you have that as something that you enjoy doing, writing, we are working with the United Way to access a lot of grants that match what we're doing: accessibility, nature, play. And so those are the types of people that we're asking to join us so that we can get started even faster. All right. Another infant connection. So this one is going to be December 10th. We're getting there. Winter Cultural Festival, 100% going to happen. It just might look a little different, but shouldn't be too different. And so these are the countries that the students are studying. And I wanted to tell you this, one, so that you'll notice them at the fall parade. And two, if you have a particular connection to any of these countries, would you please reach out to the teachers, because they would love to know if you have any books, if you have any artifacts, if you have a story that you'd like to tell, if you'd like to visit the classroom. So we've got Great Britain and where else? Nepal, China. It's ancient Japan, but anything Japan, Iceland, and Greece. So please let those classroom teachers know, and they would love to have you interact with the classroom. Um, a quick housekeeping: things have changed since we moved to school cues. It is not ideal. We're getting better at this part, but for class directories, birthday parties, things like that, it lives on your dashboard. Okay, so you're going to go to your dashboard, and then it says school directory. And then you're going to get to this screen, and it's going to say all classes, and you can slide down and find your class. There's a search place. You can put your name or a student's name in it. You can also print it and save it. We're trying to get a shortcut in the app, but right now, the only shortcut we can get you to is to school cues, but you have just a couple of steps to get there. But if we can cut that down for you, we will. We're asking. All right, we're in the home stretch, promise, like 3, 4 more slides. I don't know if you know this, but we at Pines do a tremendous amount of collaboration and cooperation with Poland. This is an image of me from this April when I went to Warsaw to do their conference. This is a picture of Mr. David and I when we went the year before, and he was also a presenter at the conference. These are all the people from last year's conference at the end. It's a tremendous amount of people who love us. This is me right in the middle of all of that. So yesterday I was on a Zoom call, and January 11th through the 20th, we are going to have 16 Montessori teachers and administrators fly from Warsaw, Poland, and other outlying cities to Pines to be with us. And we're so honored and so grateful. The last time any teachers from Poland came here was back, I think, in 20, oh goodness, maybe 14 or so, 14 or 15, they came out here. So this is exciting. So be on the lookout for opportunities to hang out with them. Let's says one last thing. I mean, since I have you here, May 3rd, the event, the teachers are already asking, and we have a meeting on Tuesday. So our first pre-planning meeting with the faculty is Tuesday. I know it just feels like we just finished it, but this is the thing that makes all the great things that we do here happen. And we're so grateful for you. So sorry if that went long. I talked as fast as I possibly could. We appreciate you all. Happy fall. We'll see you at everything that we do. Bye.